everybody gets to meet us, the whole team.
Awesome. Hi, guys.
Hi. Well, JMO, since this was your idea, I'll let you kick it off.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, welcome everyone to our space today. We thought we'd sort of structure it a bit differently and sort of see sort of get everyone's feedback on like what we think would like help them the most to like sort of like advance their like career in like the Web3 space. And today we've got a few speakers that are community managers for a few different projects, and I thought it was quite interesting to see like sort of how these projects in particular sort of like hired and like sort of like built their team. And I feel like it would be like quite insightful for like other people to know who are like sort of like looking to like get a community mod job or like a community management job. But yeah, to start with, I thought it'd be great for us to all sort of like introduce ourselves and sort of like say what our role is in Metaintro. And yeah, so to start with, yeah, my name is Jamo. I mainly sort out like the newsletter and yeah, also like create content for Metaintro on like the social medias. And yeah, we've pretty much got most of our team members here today, which is great. So I'll let them all introduce themselves one by one. So yeah, go ahead.
I think let's let Brad go first. I'm going to put you on the spot.
No, of course. Excited to meet everybody here for our first team space. I think you guys are going to be hearing quite a lot more from us on these types of Twitter spaces that are going to come from all ranging topics, from the continued educational series that we've done about educating individuals on the Web3 space, but even more narrowly focused topics, specifically around roles and growing sectors and hot button issues that we're obviously seeing in the Web3 crypto space. So I'm Brad. I'm CTO here at Metaintro. There's a huge opportunity here for everybody that's joining into Web3 right now. You commonly hear the term "we are so early," and maybe if this was last summer, when Bitcoin was at 69K, you might have been thinking, "Oh, I'm not early." But now down here in one of the worst weeks we've had in crypto and Web3, and obviously continued tough things of jobs, I think everybody is truly realizing you are early, and us here at Metaintro 100% want to be your partner in all aspects of growing your Web3 career, your network. And so, as JMO kicked it off with, we want to hear from the community. We are in the infancy stages of building, our small but vibrant community that has grown, rapidly over the last 6 to 9 months. And so it's everybody that's here in this space, their voice is so important. So whether it be you come up and ask a question on stage today, or have a comment, or want to jump in our Discord, or jump in one of our team members' DMs, we are here for you. We're here to serve the community for you. So it's great to meet everybody. And with that, I will go. I'll pass it over to Alex and allow him to introduce himself.
Thank you so much, Brad. Yeah, guys, my name is Alex. I'm Chief of Staff at Metaintro. And first of all, I would like to thank everyone for joining us today. It's very important to us. And we really want to decrease the time of hiring. This is one of our main priorities today, because what we see in, doesn't matter if it's Web 2, Web 3, the hiring process can take, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. And we really want to decrease it to, matter of days, by verifying all of the skills, education, basically all of the background and everything that is in CV. And we're here, like Brad said, we're here to help. We're here to help each one of you guys to land your dream Web3 jobs, and this is the reason why we built our amazing community on Discord, where we post daily jobs in different sectors: developers, marketing, business development, and all of the roles are great. And this is a one place to go if you're looking to find a good verified Web3 job. Thank you so much, and I'm gonna pass to you, Gochi.
Hello, everyone. Ugochi speaking. I appreciate you all for being here, for joining us. I'm the community moderator of Metaintro, where we run a Discord community that connects Web3 jobs to Web3 job seekers as well. We also have various channels that can help you to kickstart your Web3 journey. We also have great courses and guides, and I know we're a community who are willing to always help each other out. So it feel good meeting all of you. I'm so happy to see you guys here, to have you guys here with us today. You're all welcome. Welcome. So I'll be passing the mic over to Lacey. Lacey, are you there?
Yeah, I'm
All
so
right.
excited that everybody's on the call. Too bad Nick isn't here. Nick is the only one. You've seen him on TikTok. If you follow us there, he does all of our Web3 corporate satire. We also just brought him on as head of growth, so you're going to see him also on YouTube, talking more about excuse me, how-to tutorials and everything in between. So that's Nick. So you'll see him around. And me, I'm sure I've met everybody here at some point. My name is Lacey. I'm the co-founder of Metaintro. And yeah, co-founder slash community mod slash everything in between. So
Slash CEO.
oh yeah, that's right. Depends on what day you ask. And so it's been really exciting to watch the community grow and watch Twitter grow, watch the Discord grow, and all of the other channels that we're slowly growing on, like LinkedIn and TikTok, and now YouTube, and then of course our newsletter. So I will with that being said, I'll let JMO have the mic back.
Yeah, sure, thanks. Yeah, also I noticed Tudor just joined as well. If you'd like to do like an introduction as well, it's more than welcome to. Yeah, so what we've got lined up for this space is there's a few head of communities that are actually here today, and I think it's going to be really insightful to sort of see how different projects have gone about hiring for these roles. And I'm going to invite him up to speak very shortly. And the person that we have here today is Porter, and he works for Neurius. He Neurius was a project that started, I believe, just under a year ago, and it was very interesting to see how they hired for different roles in the project. And there was actually quite a lot of people in the Metaintro community that have actually worked with Neurius, or that were able to sort of they were involved in the community and was able to sort of like participate in like different projects related to it. So I'm going to invite him up to speak shortly. I think it will be really good.
Do you have the ability to invite them up? I think you're a co-host.
Yeah, should.
Yeah, cool.
I believe so. Okay, great. Yeah, just for the meantime, while Porter's joining. Hi, Judah. Would you like to speak? Just give an introduction into yourself.
Good day, everyone. Yeah, it's actually nice to join on to the space this evening. Well, used to be, and I have a couple of experience working as a mod too. Uh, it's nice having to be here to listen to people share their own sort of story. I think my own story personally is kind of like really long because um, well, um, I've had a couple of experience working as a mod, and I also like have. I think I used to like have a way. I do get jobs when I hop into a server. I do feel as a mod or as a community manager, you need to really like understand how your environment really do work. You need to understand, like, as a mod, you need to understand how Discord works. You need to understand how Telegram works. You need to like understand how to set up the important bots you need in the server or a Telegram group. So it's very very important as a community mod or a community manager to understand how your environment works. So I think that's just my own point.
Oh
So
no, awesome.
I got to understand, like build a Discord server. I got to know how to like set up some certain boards on the server, to help the community manager lessen some certain works. And I think that gave me an edge over other mods because basically other mods were like chat engagers. They were basically just chatting, GM and assisting to like certain queries. But I was more of like the technical part, setting up bots, helping out some certain issues in the server. So I would say it's very, very important for a mod or a community manager to, understand how each environment works. And like when I mean environment, I mean like the Discord server and the Telegram group he or she is managing, and also understand how to set up bots. That's just my take.
Oh no, awesome. No, thanks for sharing. So yeah, we'll move on to our next speaker now. Porter. Yeah, the floor's all yours. What I thought would be good to share is sort of just like how Nereus hired through the Discord and sort of like during the start of the project, how they sort of started building the team. So yeah, the floor is yours.
Hello. Do you hear me? Okay, hopefully everything's working fine. Okay, hello, my name is Porta and I'm a community manager at Nereus Finance. Nereus Finance is lending and borrowing DeFi protocol on Avalanche. We will go to multi-chain now. It's pretty interesting, but okay, let's go to the main subject, and that's regarding Discord and hiring. So, what's the difference between, let's say, Web 2 and the other jobs and Web 3 situation? In Web 3, we got communities, and it's a pretty big difference because in a hiring, if you want to take a job, let's say, for example, you can present yourself how you are. So you can present yourself in the community before you get a job. So that's kind of a small difference than, let's say, Web 2, where you send CV and then you gotta present yourself in a CV very good. You gotta sell yourself in a CV, but maybe that CV is not exactly what you are. So over the community and over the Discord, there is great thing because you can see the people, what they are, how they are doing, how they are working before you hire them. So it's good for the both sides. It's good for somebody who hired the people, and it's good for the people because people can present themselves how they are, and those who hire can see how those people working. So I think that's a pretty big advantage for community hiring. So
Porta,
let
that's such a great point.
No, thank
That
you.
you,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's.
so true. I 100% agree.
Let me ask you a question. What do you talk about? You get to see people's work
And what
beforehand.
I thought was quite interesting about Nereus and sort of how they went about hiring was one of the things they sort of done was they actually hosted like a meme competition and like ads competition. So they sort of got everyone that was already interested in the project to sort of like make
Well,
some content?
yeah. Well, when I jump in on Nereus, it was 10 people in the Discord, maybe something like that, and
Yeah,
people start to engage and helping other people, the new people. So the team figure out who's helping, who's kind of who's give the best from himself, and in that case, they in the first hiring when I was hired first, and somebody also over here, I see some guys over here. Um, they pick up the guys which are really working by himself, so without any paycheck and anything. So they kind of they had a chance to see who is working really good, who is hard worker, who is not. For example, we got, I will say the example, we got Tab guy, which is over here. We got this meme contest, and in this meme contest, kind of we had lots of different memes and everything, and I think the top was kind of really good in that. And later on, we took Jamo. You also work with us,
yeah,
so that's kind of that's I was focused my what I was wanted to say, focus on that you can show yourself before you have a chance to show yourself how you are. If you're good, if you're great, you will get a job. So that's my opinion. That's my view of this web-free story with a community. If there is no community, then you got to sell yourself with a CV and with some interview. But if you got a community, you have a bigger chance to get a job because you can push and show that you're good, that you're hardworking, that you want to work, you want to do something, and that's kind of the main thing. The main thing what I wanted to say over here.
no, thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, you're
And
welcome.
I think that's like really, really good.
Thanks.
Brad, you had a question?
JMO, can you hear me? Yeah, I think you can
Yeah.
hear me. It's all right. Um, yeah, thank you, Porta, for sharing. It's super insightful to hear that. So you were talking about some things that you have that are going on um, in your hiring process. You like to see individuals work. Could you maybe tell the community, and this would be super helpful even for your position. What type of skills are you kind of looking, for an individual? And this could be, specifically. I know today we're talking about a little bit of community mods and managers, but even other roles. What types of things do you look for? Specific skill sets to say, hey, this is an individual that I might consider hiring, because I think you're exactly right. You get to see who people are ahead of time.
Well, regarding the mods, I think that it's pretty easy in the Discord because people who will be good mods, probably they have, not probably, they have already good knowledge about the project. They're interested in the project. Maybe they invest in the project, so they got some kind of double interest to do a good job. So for a mod, it's pretty easy. You see who is really engaging, who is really good, who help other people, who likes to help other people, who's not kind of complaining all the time and all that. So when you figure out that person, okay, this guy could be a good mod. So that's regarding the mods. Regarding the other positions, well, that's a little bit. I wouldn't say a little bit tricky, but from my point of view, I'm going for the guys and the people who are really engaging, who like to work, who like to do the job, who like to learn the new things. Because if you got a person who likes the work and likes to learn, he will learn the new things. Because we are in a field which is changing every day. So the Web3 is really new stuff. The crypto is really new stuff, and this is what is changeable every day. And you got to have a person which willing to learn. It doesn't matter the age. I'm 47, guys, for a few days, and I like to learn the new stuff and all that. And this is what I like with the new people, that they like to learn and they like to work, because we need this kind of people in this field.
Yeah, that's a great answer. You got a birthday coming up? Is that what you were referencing?
Yeah, yes, I'm
There
gonna
you
be
well,
47. Yes, kind of
there
old
you
guy.
go. Well,
Yeah.
happy early birthday to you.
Hey, thanks,
Um,
thank you.
no, I You know what? I'm gonna piggyback off that. I think you're exactly right. And, I think it's no secret to anybody here. Um, Meta Intro is hiring for a number of positions as well. And myself personally have probably reviewed over probably close to 1,000 applicants over the last, let's say, probably month of individuals. And you're exactly right. One thing that really stands out is if individuals have taken the time to learn even just a small bit about meta intro. And it makes such the difference to deepen that conversation and understand how they're thinking about the business. So a recommendation to anybody here that's looking for a job, I would say go for quality over quantity. So dig into a project that you're interested in, learn a little bit about it, engage in the community a little bit. Because when you're having a conversation with that hiring manager or the individual that is looking for that skill, it is so game changing to have some knowledge about whatever the topic is around the business. And you're also, more than likely, the hiring manager is hiring you for a specific skill set. They want to know what your take is on, this kind of skill that they're looking to hire you for. So having that, unique or specific, honestly, it could even be a sentence. It's really that easy of a sentence in an email that leads it off of like, hey, I jumped in meta intro and I really love the design chat channel there. It's got so many good, pieces of art and talent that's coming. That could be, I'm immediately going to read through your entire, email and resume and everything like that. So yes, there is a time and a place for the generic bullet points of who you are as a talented individual. I tend to think that is a little bit more happens in a CV, if you will, which we're obviously aiming to disrupt pretty significantly here at Meta Intro. But yeah, definitely learn a little bit about the projects, and it's going to make your application stand out so much more. So thank you for sharing that, Porta.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, when you look at 100 CVs and 200, they all start to be the same. So you need somebody who will stand out of that, and that's somebody who will learn the things about the, let's say, meta intro, and be more engaged in everything. When he has a chance in the Discord.
I feel like chiming in here, I feel like something that we didn't talk about within that conversation too is how we found Yugochi. I posted a job on AngelList or LinkedIn and within the community that we were looking for a community moderator. And like immediately within that, I had noted, sorry, my dogs. I went to go in the Discord to kind of look at who had been in the community, like chatting and pointing people in the right direction and starting conversations. And Yugochi was right there. And so before I had like gone in and interviewed anybody else, I chatted her and wanted to get to know her and what her goals were. Yugochi, is that, uh, do you recall all of that?
Yes, yes, I did. Yeah.
So how did you, maybe from like your experience as well, like how did you go about that? Did you just dive in and start poking around to get to know the server better, or what was your approach to it?
Okay. My first approach was reading up about meta intro, just as Porter said. Was it Porter or Brad that said you need to learn about the community and the company? You need to understand the goals and their missions and visions, and also check if it aligns with your own goals, your own personal mission as well. So after reading up about meta intro, I was impressed. I was like, wow, this is nice. So after reading everything up about them, so I was like, okay, let me go to the community and help onboard users, help direct users on how to get started easily, how to get started smoothly. So that was pretty much it. So yeah, about being a mod, you need to understand that moderation actually goes beyond just moderating servers and keeping it safe, but it goes beyond. Like, you need to connect with the users, you need to connect with the community members and make them feel as though like they belong. So I feel that community moderating takes a lot more than just probably chatting or being a chat engager. So that's just what I have to add for now. Yeah. Over to
No,
you,
thanks for
Lacey.
sharing.
And Jama, we found you because you were making memes for the server, right?
Yeah, yes. I made some memes for the server. I also made some content regarding the server as well, because when I was like initially like introduced to like Metaintro, I was just like really impressed, and I thought like there's lots of people just like worldwide that can sort of like benefit from just like knowing what it's about. So there's actually I think I should be able to add some of the content I made to the space, but I actually made some content back in February of this year, and some of the content that I made for both Meta Intro and a few other projects, it was actually kind of funny because um down the line, sorry, just to give like an idea as well of like what my sort of like thoughts are on just like Web3, like I feel like it's a great place for like there's so many great communities here. So what I sort of thought as like my strategy for like getting like the job that I wanted, it wasn't even to sort of just like apply for a bunch of different roles. It was more a case of find the project that I like the most and I enjoy working or just like making content about the most, and then sort of like seeing what happens with like those particular ones, because I feel like that allowed me to sort of find the communities I like the most, which is like sort of makes it like the ultimate win-win, because then it's like you found a job that you love, and like every day when you're like working and like doing what it is you sort of like contribute to the project, it just sort of like makes it really great. And yeah, I'm gonna try to add one of the posts I made for Met Intro back in February. Just give me a second. Is there anyone that wanted to speak in the meantime?
Yes, actually, I would like to go back to the point that Brad made. So, I mean, I've been hiring for quite some time. I probably conducted about 300 to 400 interviews in the past 3 years. And I just want to say that it is, and let me just say for which roles I hired: for customer success, account managers, community mods, analysts, growth managers, developers. And every time when I was interviewing a new candidate, I was always very fascinated when they knew at least something about the company. And I would highly suggest for every person who is here to, before you go to an interview, make sure you do some due diligence. Make sure you understand what the company does, understand their mission statement, their vision. This is so crucial that first of all you understand what the company does, where they're headed, and don't be shy to take notes during the interview. I mean, I would highly suggest take notes, to make sure that you recall everything that the interviewing person gave you, as well as having your own notes for the interview, having some bullet points, talking about the company, asking questions. I think this is very important, and also always know the product. If you don't know the product, you probably should not, do an interview. So that's what I have.
Yeah, very,
No,
very
thanks for
good.
sharing.
JMO, can you hear me now? Now that you went down from co-host?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, I
Yeah,
can hear you now.
no,
Sorry,
all good.
I don't know if I like interrupted you a few times, but yeah, I couldn't hear you for
No,
some reason.
it's
But
all good. I was on those stupid marathon FTX blow up spaces in the last week, and that was just basically happening all the time of people going up and down and talking over one than others. So sorry about that. No, exactly what you said, Alex. Those are very, very good points. Take notes during interviews. Obviously, the review. I'll give you another pro tip, and my wife actually does this on the side a bunch, which is help prep people for um, career growth and really even interviews. So this could be obviously internally at the company if you kind of are looking to climb the ladder or go after a new position, or obviously on the open market. And it's one of my favorite tips that she kind of says, which is, and I'll say this, it's not easy to do, because sometimes when you're going into an interview, you want to the interviewer is looking to they want to learn about you. They want to get information, out of who you are, what you're about, what you're passionate about, obviously your knowledge and your skill set. So it's a hard thing to do. But if you can, at some point early on in the interview, and basically ask them in some way, what are they looking for in the position? What does success look like in the position that they're looking to hire? And then once you have that knowledge, you can start to formulate your experience and your skill set around that, what they obviously are looking for. Sure, obviously, if someone's a little bit more cut and dry, that might even give you data that, what, this might not be the position for me. This doesn't align with what I'm looking for. Or maybe you're just super passionate about the company or the mission. You're obviously going to get data into what that individual is looking for. You'll also find, this is another interesting find, if you're interviewing with multiple people within the company, you'll find sometimes that the definition of success, or the definition of what an individual is looking for, is different, and that's always fun to kind of learn as you're going. So a couple tips as you guys are getting out there and making those connections here in Web3.
No,
I love
awesome.
I love that I'm giving no segues at all. I'm just making points, and then JMO, you have to pick up the slack.
No, it's all good. No, it's been great to hear like everyone's thoughts on it, because I feel like this is something that we haven't really talked about much as a group, which I feel like it's sort of like, it sort of shows how it's all tied in, and like sort of what brought us here. And I think that's going to be great for just like the community to know.
He didn't deny you though, Brad. Oh, sorry, no. All right, JMO. So what's up next on the agenda? Oh, Porta, if you want to say something.
Well, yeah. I would just like to add kind of small thing. It's the best thing when you're looking for a job, that you go for something what you really like. So if you don't like NFT, don't go in that project. So if you don't like DeFi space, don't go in that project, because they will kill you with numbers. So don't waste time on send the CV to everybody. It's better to focus on projects which you like, what you think is good, and then they catch up on what we talk about to find out something about the project, and then you will enjoy in your job, and you'll do your job much better than if you don't like the job. And that's everything what I wanted to add.
No, 100%. I think that sort of like ties in quite like as well with me, with sort of my reasoning to come into Web3, is because like there was lots of different jobs that I've had in like Web2, and the main sort of thing that I felt like it was like it's hard to find a job that's sort of also linked to your own interest, and like sort of what you're really interested in and what you like to like sort of look into more. So with Web3, it's a great way. Once you find a community of like what you're naturally interested in, it makes it a lot easier. And I feel like the chance of you like enjoying your work is like a lot higher, especially because you're able to sort of like choose who you work with. Yeah, moving into like the next section now. And what I was thinking is basically I'm gonna start adding a few people that we've seen hiring to the board, just so if anyone's listening and they're looking to apply for any jobs, I'm just gonna put a few up here. But yeah, if there's anyone from the community that would like to sort of like share their story related to like community mod or community management, and one thing I also think just one thought that I had that I wanted to share was I feel like there's lots of people that sort of like sort of they'll be applying for lots of community mod jobs and they'll be staying away from the community management and also vice versa where people are just focusing on community management. But what I feel like because of like how the roles have like quite a lot of similarities, it can be sort of good to sort of like not sort of disregard one job over the other because it can be the case of if you find once you find a community that you really like, if it's a community mod, they're looking for a community manager. You're going to be like more than qualified for the role if you're like already involved in the community. But yeah, if there's anyone that would like to speak now or would like share their experience, or they would like to sort of share what they've been struggling with, or how they feel like we could sort of help them with their career in Web3, yeah, feel free to like raise your hand now, and we'll get you added.
Guys, or
Oh,
maybe you have questions,
I can.
about applying for, community mod job, questions that we might be able to answer. Feel free to raise your hand.
I think I'm the one with the or the ability to send people up. All right, Lowell. I think he's connecting right now. Hey, can you hear us? Hello. All right. While you are working on opening up the mic, there's a few other people here. Let's see. We have Ola.
And anybody that's coming on stage, so just
Yeah.
make sure to unmute your mic on the bottom left.
Yeah.
Lowell, if you've got your hand raised, if you want to talk, just unmute and you're good to go. All right, we'll go with Ola. Oh, there you go. We're having some trouble hearing you. You sound really far away or not connected.
I just moved him back. Well, if you want to hop off and then hop back in, I'll bring you back up. All right, Ola. Feel free to unmute yourself.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. Good day. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Oh,
What can we help you with?
yeah. Thank you. Pertaining what Porter Crypto said, he said like you consider people grinding, like showing support to the community, but I wouldn't say that works every time. That would be on scale of 70-30. Cause like I'm an experienced more like I've grinded a lot, I've worked a lot. In most times, like what people really consider, like what people really project managers or founder, what they really like is on recommendations. You can be in a server just grinding, like just trying to get the founder attention on the community manager, and they won't even take you as anything. They will just take you for granted. You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, no, I know, I 100%
Yeah.
agree.
So in most times, doing that shit is very stressful, like and draining. They don't most people don't give a fuck about you. That's just the thing. I'm talking from experience. And they wouldn't even try to like just give it. And you said something about learning. Nobody wants to know whether you want to learn or I actually can like go for voluntary job. You understand? But most times you know what you are doing, you know the value you have to offer. Like you know your worth, but they don't want to know that. They just want like the person, the individual they know. So that's just the thing I want
Yeah.
to talk in.
No, thanks for sharing. No, I feel like yeah, one thing that is like very important in Web3 is like sort of like doing your own research with like projects. So yeah, you're 100% right. Like there is like lots
Um,
of projects.
I would love to answer Sokinle's question, or should I say, um, challenges rather.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can everyone hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, yeah, you're good.
All right. So you made mention of grinding. What do you mean by grinding? Because some mods that I see in servers, they just come up every day and hi, hi, good morning, everyone, which
Uh,
is not what most founders are looking out for.
yeah, yeah. I'm not talking about that. Like the grinding. I mean, I'm not like I don't mean grinding for white list. Like you know what you want. You going for a job. You are giving your best, giving your all. Most times they're doing like they don't even give a fuck. That's what I'm trying to say about the grinding.
I feel
Okay.
like I
Now you
feel
know
like
that
I've s-
favorite saying that goes, the patient dogs always eat the fattest bone. Well, I'll say the more who persist always gets rewarded. Apart from my personal experience, which with Meta Intro is not the first, my brother also got a job as a mod, using this, should I say, same method that I used, which is just simple. You need to go to the server and then help onboard community users. I'm not saying you should go to the server and probably start chatting or trying to make, apart from creating engagement here, which is awesome, which is good, you need to also point people to direction. You need to also point community members to direction. You need to educate them about the company. And I also advise that you persist, because I could remember when I was looking for a job, for a moderator job in Meta Intro. After 1 week, some moderators were already chatting me up and they were like, wow, Ugochi, congratulations. I see that you're the mod of the server. And as at then, Lacey has not even chatted me up or anything, but the community users were already thinking that I'm a mod already. That's to show you how, like, I persisted. I think it was after 2 weeks or so. Imagine 2 weeks of grinding, 2 weeks of chatting, 2 weeks of guiding users, 2 weeks of onboarding users, and I wasn't even ready to give up. So now what I'm trying to say is, in as much as you grind, you should also grind meaningfully. You should also try to help guide, mostly helping guide users, helping to onboard users is very vital. It's very important. Another thing to note too is you have to align with the vision and the mission of that company. If not, you get frustrated, you get tired, you just give up along the way. And also, I would also love to drop this link. ICO is a website for where you can see upcoming new Web3 projects. New upcoming Web3 projects. They are yet to get um, community moderators for their servers. So you can always start with that too. And you shouldn't just go with anyone. You need to go with the one that aligns with your vision, the one that aligns with your goals, the one that aligns with your mission too as well. So you won't end up frustrated. So hope this helps, Sonkili.
Yeah,
no, thank
thank
you.
you. I actually understand what you said. 'Cause
All
I
right.
also like I've got some jobs like that, whereby I just okay, maybe if I went to the first thing before like going to a project, like just submitting, but I go through their website first, went through their light paper or their white paper, make sure like just know. And most times I do love working with a project that the team is doxed, because I wouldn't say I've come to an extent, but I don't want any project I will work for like now be the tarnish to my image. You get what I'm trying to say? Like it won't be like
Yeah,
tarnish
for
to my
sure.
image. And there are some founders or projects like that whereby you work like you just give your best, you give your all, and at the end of the day they can even block you. Like they will say, okay, just give us time till this so maybe after minting, especially NFT projects like that. After minting, they did that to me like many times.
Yeah,
I tried my best.
yeah,
Oh, this project must succeed. But
Yeah.
after
Okay.
meeting, you went to the dev's DM, you won't be able to message him anymore. Like there are tons of
So
people like that
Yeah,
in the space.
yeah, I understand what you meant, Senkeli, but rule number one, you should never DM the founder. You should not DM them first. No, I don't think that works
No,
because that
no, no, I
makes
don't
you
do
look
that.
desperate.
I don't even like.
Okay?
I'm sorry for cutting you. Sorry
No,
for cutting you.
it's fine.
I don't do
It's
that.
okay.
I don't do that. Like, I must understand the project. Like, I want to make proposal to before, like, maybe going to their server, looks like how things is done there. You understand what I'm saying? I don't just go like with the motive of getting the job. Okay, I work in a way that, okay, what maybe in the future this project turn out to be maybe one of the biggest projects in the space. Like, okay, and if they are mentioning the team, okay, I'll be bold, like I'm part of the team. Understand what I'm trying to, that's my own more motive. Like, that's, I don't just go to just, I'm not like just going, I don't just want to work like I just want the job, I just want the job. Like, I have my own mission also to just connect with people, like know more people, like, you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, I get
I
you.
think
I
I think it's
understand.
about like sort of creating sort of
Okay,
like
any other
win-wins.
questions from anyone?
Yeah, so sorry, is there anyone else that had a
Yeah, I
question?
think we're having some Twitter difficulties. We have about 8 minutes left in this space. We'll do more of these going forward on different community mod topics. Maybe the next one we'll do will be like on salaries and benefits, or if you have
Hey, Dandy,
anything you
you're
want
on
to.
now. You can speak. You can ask a question.
Oh, sorry, Yugochi, I'm going to move you back up. Let's see. So we have time for one more question, and then expect to hear from us again maybe next week, doing a space similar to this. All right. Okay. Hold on. Let me invite you up. Add a speaker. All right. And of course, we
I
do
think
just
Dandy
just so
wants to
everyone
talk.
knows here. Yeah. Yugochi, can you hear me?
So I can hear you, Lacey. I think Dandy wants to
Oh.
speak. I don't know it's on, but I don't think he knows that. Dandy, you can unmute your mic and speak.
Okay, sorry. The last person talked about a site. I don't know. Is it ICO dot what? I didn't really get that.
Oh, okay. ICOdrop.io. It's a website where you can see upcoming Web3 projects, and you can just join the community that aligns with your goals and vision and start from there. Because most founders choose their moderators from their community, like based on those who are active, those who are helping to onboard new members. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah.
Okay. And I think the last one, I'm going to butcher this. Oh, I'll just let you speak.
Hey, good day, everyone. Good day, everyone. My
Hey.
name is Fetty Drive, and I want to really commend what Metaintro is doing. I've been following you guys for a couple weeks now, so I'm very impressed. So we need more. I don't know, organizations like you, DAOs like in this space. So thank you very much. So I want to say that I'm a content creator and I'm a budding mod. Yeah, I would like to say it like that because I just it is a prospect I'm looking into, and I really want to know how someone that's wants to be a mod, what you need to at least have credibility, right? Or is it certificates? Because there are Udemy courses that offer that kind of certificates. Even though I have been taking some courses by myself, like the Discord Motivation Academy, just to like give myself an edge and run bots and get some technical knowledge about it. But I want to like know what are like the best what should I say, like the best ways you can move forward, in that kind of aspect, or the best way you can, just gather credibility, right? Because I've actually worked as a chat engager in, two projects now, but I want to know like I'm actually quite new in this space still, we're just about 3 months now. So, but like I said, moderation is something I'm looking into, and I want to know like how to work at it to get credibility and be able to like, how do I say it? Like be relevant in that space here, pretty much. Thank you very much.
Awesome. We have time for one last one, and then maybe JMO, we just go over upcoming stuff in the Meta Intro community. All right, let's see, CryptoDoc. All right, CryptoDoc. Can you hear us? Hello? All right, let's do one last one.
Okay.
JMO, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. CryptoDoc, you should be able to speak if you just unmute your mic now.
Or I just brought up one other person, Britillin.
Hi, yes, Britallion, because I'm half British, half Italian. So thank you very much for having me. Just a very quick question. I am somebody who is not too familiar with onboarding in Web3 just yet. My idea is that of transitioning from Web2 to Web3. So maybe I still have very much a Web2 frame of mind. So when you earlier mentioned that the best way to possibly become a community mod or a community manager is to already be actively engaged in a community to start with. It just got me wondering if that means that any aspiring community mods or managers need to have, thoroughly engaged and spent a lot of, their time either outside of their normal work hours or the, as a hobby sort of thing. In order to be recognized and possibly appreciated as candidates? Or is there a way for people to also just apply, let's call it the classic way in a Web2 frame, as in sending their CV and being screened and so on and so forth?
Mm-hmm. I'll take this one, if y'all don't mind. I think it's a very, very good question, and we should maybe frame this one, JMO, for a nice little snippet that we put on TikTok or something like that. And I think it piggybacks off of what we had an earlier question on, or Yugochi was responding to. So I think moderator is and can be um, a bit of a generic term sometimes for um, a role within the community. We're all, obviously very unique individuals and bring a specific skill set. And I think each community moderator that comes into a project probably has some skill set. It even could be within the moderating aspect. Maybe some people are really good at uh, problem solving for individuals. Maybe some people are very good at, creating copywriting for whether it be social media posts. Some people might be good at design. Everyone, if you will, as a moderator, has some specific skill set out of the generic um, task of moderating. And so I would encourage you, like you said, how do I kind of come into, you probably have a very specific, or excuse me, unique skill that you can maybe bring to the table. Let that shine, in some way, shape, or form in that community. Show individuals, hey, you know what? I'm a very good copywriter. I believe, your question was very well formed. You sound like somebody that even potentially could host a space. That might be your skill set that you can kind of bring to the table, and just getting up on a community space and showcasing that in some way, shape, or form is is in my opinion a great way to introduce yourself to the community. Uh, to answer the second part of your question, it's really going to depend upon the project on how that um, application, if you will, gets submitted to the company. Some people, there might be, a um, some input form to submit your CV. Some might be hey, just being a community member and kind of being asked, or some very well might be, as Ugochi kind of said, could be taboo. Some might be shooting your shot and shooting the founder a DM. Every project is going to be um, a unique situation, but one thing that's undeniable, and I know Lacey can agree with this, um, as a project founder, as somebody that's hiring, you want to hire talent, and talent is always going to shine through. And so for everybody here, what I would ask yourself, what are you doing today to level yourself up? What are you doing to invest in yourself, to make yourself better, to, challenge yourself in some way, shape, or form? If you're, a designer and you've used, Photoshop your entire career, try out maybe a new technique today. Try out a new software. How are you going to better yourself to make yourself more attractive to the market? Because at the end of the day, talent is always going to shine through. So I'll leave it there. I'll hand it over here to JMO to give us our upcoming events and announcements, and then we'll sign off to the day. I'm super excited to do more of these. Yeah, JMO, I'll let you close us out.
Awesome. That was perfect. I feel like that summed everything up very nicely. Yeah, so some of the things that we've got coming out, we've got the first couple episodes of our podcast are now out on Spotify. So if anyone's interested on just sort of learning more information about the team, about Lacey, and we also have Alex, who sort of like sort out the Metaintro recruiting niche podcast, and I feel like it's great because you'll be able to hear like some more unique perspectives on everything. And we've also got that coming to YouTube, so you'll be able to watch the video as well. I was hoping I would be able to send the link in here now, but it's still uploading. So later on today, I'm going to post it in our Discord. So if you're not in our Discord already, there's loads of resources to help people get jobs. We have like a big variety. And each week now we're going to try sort of do a space related to a different job in Web3 and sort of get some people on board who have them roles. And so everyone can sort of learn and sort of just like keep improving our skills every day. So yeah, I want to thank everyone for coming to the space today. And
Jam, can you give me the mic for just 1 second?
Yeah, sure.
Just kind of the final thing that I wanted to mention. Guys, we're currently running a giveaway. $50 giveaway, simple tasks. Most of them are, listen to our podcast, level up. I have the link right here. Also, you can go to our Twitter account, Metaintro. We also have it there. We will really, really appreciate if you guys can, join our giveaway, do a few tasks, invite your friends, and share the Web3 future of hiring. Thank you so much, Jamo.
Thank you very much. Thanks for everyone that tuned in today. And yeah, we'll be having another event like this very soon. But there's also some events hosted by Ugacha that are coming up as well, which is like a Metaintro 101. So for the people that are sort of new to the community, this might be a great place for you. So yeah, I'd like to thank everyone that tapped in today. And yeah, we'll be having one of these very soon. Thanks, guys.
Thanks to everyone. Thank you all.
Thank you guys for coming.